Hello, my name is Bob Woods. I am the Executive Director of the United Way of York County. The mission of the United Way is to improve people's lives by building a strong community through cultivating financial generosity, volunteerism, and civic engagement. We raise financial resources in the community on a year-round basis, but are most known for the workplace campaign that we conduct in the fall of each year. The money raised is allocated to 73 programs of 34 partner agencies in 3 primary focus areas, namely education, income, and health. In this video, we would like to discuss the United Way's investment in early childhood education, an investment that impacts an individual for the rest of their life. In 1994, the United Way was invited by the York County Community Foundation and Penn State York to enter into a partnership which ultimately became known as Focus on Our Future. Focus on Our Future is an investment into early childhood education. It actually transitioned to the United Way then in 1997. Research shows that 85% of a children's brain is developed within the first 3 years of life. Research also demonstrates that if a child is not reading at a grade level by the 3rd grade, the likelihood of that child dropping out of school is significant. Therefore, the goals of Focus on Our Future are to 1, enhance the quality of early childhood education in York County, 2, to promote school readiness by fostering relationships between early childhood providers and public school personnel, 3, to support educational programs for early childhood education providers, and 4, to educate the community about the importance of high-quality early childhood education. To describe the importance of early childhood education for the business community, I would like to introduce Josh Carney. Josh is president of Carney Engineering Group and a member of the United Way of Board of Directors. He also serves on the Professional Development Committee for Focus on Our Future. Josh?
You know, I'm an advocate for early childhood education, not so much for maybe the obvious reasons, but because as a business owner, it makes a difference for us. You know, our goal in business is to be here in the community for the next 20 or 30 years, to continue to be in operation, to be able to continue to grow and to find new employees. And so, as we look for new talent and as we look to recruit new engineers into our company, we like to recruit people who've developed locally. And at the early childhood level is where we start that process. You know, we want to see students, you know, being brought up through the system. Every student we lose at an early childhood stage is a student who's not going to develop to their full potential and who's not going to be available to us in the talent pool down the road. You know, 15, 20-year horizon, when students who are in elementary school now are graduating from college, you know, every student who struggles at that point isn't going to be a potential college graduate and be a potential engineer or technical employee for us. So, you know, from our standpoint, we get involved at all stages of that process. You know, from a involvement in community nonprofits like the United Way, we are active in trying to further those interests, to try to encourage early childhood as a focus, to invest time, to invest dollars at that level. We like to see that carry through the school-age children, that they've had good support early on, that we have good systems in place throughout their educational experience so that they do have the ability to then go further into college. And then our goal is to get those students to come back home when they graduate and be productive employees working for companies like ours.
Thank you, Josh. Since 1997, the United Way has invested over $7 million to support high-quality early childhood education. 100% of the child care centers supported by United Way are accredited by the National Association for the Education of Young Children. In York County, there are 13 NACE accredited centers and 12 accredited home-based providers. To put that into perspective, 50% of the counties in Pennsylvania do not even have one accredited program. The United Way has also made significant investments in the infrastructure of child care centers and the training of childhood or child care providers through scholarships provided so that they can support advanced training, a bachelor's degree, and in some cases a master's degree. As mentioned, Focus on Our Future also works with school personnel in order to promote school readiness. I would like to introduce Dr. Randy Payne, who is the principal of the Mount Wolf Early Learning Center of Northeastern School District. Dr. Payne is going to share the importance of before and after school programming, as well as a new program called Ready Freddy that helps the transition for young children from preschool to kindergarten. Dr. Payne.
As we know, there's a strong correlation between high-quality early childhood education and then success later on in school. According to the Journal of Educational Psychology, if 50 kindergarten students are struggling in reading, 88% of them will be reading below grade level in 4th grade. To try to combat this, at the United Way we offer high-quality before and after-school programming. For example, the YMCA, the YWCA, Crispus Attucks, and New Hope are all examples of before and after-school care that students in our attendance areas can participate in. In addition, we offer a kindergarten readiness program called Ready Freddy. And at Northeastern School District this year, our kindergarten students and their families have had the opportunity to participate in this 6-week program for 1 evening a week, where incoming kindergarten students and their parents come for an evening of learning and readiness activities with our kindergarten teachers in our actual school buildings. We feel really positively about this experience as it's helping both our students and parents prepare for that transition into kindergarten.
Thank you, Dr. Payne. 2 years ago, the United Way convened a study committee to research the dropout and graduation rates in York County schools. We not only looked at the hard data, but also talked with students, teachers, and other members of the community as to why kids drop out of school. In 2008-09, York County graduation rate was 75.5%. Over the past 12 years, 7,581 students have dropped out of York County schools, which equates to an average of 3.5 students dropping out per school day. These students are 8 times as likely to end up in prison, and we as a society will pay 3 times the cost of educating them in order to house them in prison. Truancy is the #1 reason why kids are dropping out of school. The United Way Board of Directors recently approved the transition of the York County Truancy Prevention Initiative from the York County Bar Association. To talk about the goals of the truancy program, I'd like to introduce the director, Lee Dalton.
Truancy Prevention Initiative is an initiative that works with all the school districts, with businesses, with the medical community, with the judicial community, with students, and with families to bridge the gaps in communication and understanding around what the truancy laws in York County are really about. Truancy Prevention Initiative is also working to find money that will bring in some resources, such as community-led initiatives, where youth would create action plans and find solutions to some of the problems they see in their own community. And it also, the Truancy Prevention Initiative is also seeking grants to support the Youth Court Alliance, which is a peer jury that will be an alternative to the traditional magisterial district court.
Thank you, Lee. There is a saying, children do not drop out in high school. They drop out in kindergarten and wait 10 years to make it official. To continue to thrive in this global economy, our society must provide our young people with the tools to be successful. The United Way's theme is Live United. Your individual contribution, combined with the contributions of thousands of other individuals, will allow for our youth to be given the help they need to be productive members of our society. Thank you for your support of the United Way.